Well, good afternoon. This is Nancy at FancyNancyStamps.com, and I'm welcoming you to my studio today. Sorry I'm late. I forgot about a dentist appointment this morning, and you make those darn appointments and you have to keep them. So here I am, ready to start out. But before I do, I want to just remind you that today is day 15 of my 15-year anniversary celebration, and I just want to thank you, those of you that have been with me all 15 days. It's been wonderful. This has really been a kickstart for me on my online presence, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate your support through it all. I want to let you know that we're in the middle of our summer shenanigans, and just in case you don't know what that means, it means that we are having some big giveaways over the next 3 months. So on the 20th of the month, each month, July, August, and September, we will be doing a monthly drawing. And how do you get that drawing? Well, it's really quite simple. You are, right now, if you're watching, all you have to do is say, I'm here in the comment section. And that tells me that you are here and you're participating, and that is one entry. And every time that I'm online doing a Facebook Live like this, you need to do that, and that's yet another entry. Also, if you attend an online class or a face-to-face class, you also will receive an entry into my giveaway. If you place an order $50 or more, you are entered into the drawing. Here's the good news. Each month, I'm going to shake up that bucket, and I am going to do a drawing. I'm going to save those chips from the bucket, and all of them are going to go back in the bucket for the final drawing that'll occur on September 20th. And that will be worth a $50 gift certificate to shop in my store. So it's definitely worth it. And so we hope you'll keep coming by. I also have a YouTube channel, and you find that it's Nancy Comstock, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And these same videos are placed in my YouTube channel. But if you watch them there, you get another entry. So please let me know you're there so I can put you in the bucket, so to speak. So let's get down to what we're going to be doing today. We are going to be working with the Flowers of Friendship stamp set. And the Flowers of Friendship stamp set also is a bundle, and it includes this. I'm trying to get this in the light just right for you. It's very hard to do that. It has 2 blossoms and 2 leaves, 2 different sizes of each. And so this is going to be a real handy tool as we work on this project. I'm also going to be creating a frame using these scallop contour dies, and this comes from Color and Contour. This is a wonderful set. Definitely one you want for your collection. This is worth, I don't know, it all in spades, because I can already think of the things I'm going to be doing with this throughout the year. So let me just show you what we're going to do. I'm going to set these aside for a minute and get out my tools and all my good stuff. I'm going to start out by using a very bright summery shade of yellow. This is our daffodil yellow, excuse me. And I've cut this to 8.5 by 5.5, and I'm going to fold it in half, and it's going to form my card base. And I'm going to give it a nice crisp fold with the bone folder. If you do not have a bone folder in your toolkit, this is a must-have, and it's a very inexpensive tool, but it's one that you will definitely be glad you added that one. Now, I always do a little bit of this work before we start. So I told you I was going to cut a frame from the Colors and Contours dies. This is one of my favorites. This is the largest one, but it has this beautiful scalloped edge. And so I am going to add that, but I'm going to add it with dimensionals because I want to lift it up just a tad. So, and you've heard from me that you can never have too many dimensionals. Dimensionals are just a wonderful piece. They add character to whatever it is we're doing and more interest by simply creating different levels. It's like it makes your layers count even more. Oh, I better take my papers off here. Whew. It's one of those days. No, I didn't have any drilling at the dentist. I just had, you know, the old checkup. But I am so dental phobic. I hate that more than anything. So here we go. We're going to add this and just looking for the same amount of border around all the edges. There we go. I have also cut a piece of Designer Series paper, and this comes from A Flower for All Seasons, and this was a big push in our annual catalog last year, and it came in a Designer Series package that was designed to go with a jar of flowers. And I can tell you, if you still have the stamps, then you still have to get some paper. So I always make sure that I stock up. But doesn't this just really set off the pink and the yellow? So let's just add that. I'm kind of in love with it, I admit it. This is just makes me feel like I should be out swimming at the lake. I mean, it's a really neat paper. And I'm going to measure it again when I put the dimensions on my blog. If you guys remember, I always put the dimensions and all your supplies on my blog, which is at www.fancynancystamps.com/blog. You can't miss it. I mean, Fancy Nancy, who can miss that? All right, let's work on I'm going to set this aside. I always do this. I'm going to go into the interior, which I do know this dimension. This one is 3 3/4 by 5. And my white that I'm going to layer on top of it is 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. So before I do that, I want to stamp what I'm going to stamp, which is this, and I'm going to do it in our bright polished pink because I love this polished pink. I should have this color of nail polish on, I know, but I love this stamp set because it mixes the cursive and the manuscript, and it's just so funky and, as my husband said, more modern. It's just fun. So I'll put that on there. And then I wanted to do these flowers, but I have to tell you about these flowers. Because I have the pink and the yellow, I decided that I was going to take out my Stampin' Write pens and I'm going to color, which I always love to do. And you always use the side of your Stampin' Write, and I'm going to go every other. I almost didn't. I love it when I do that. But just make it a little bit more interesting. And this, my matching daffodil yellow. We'll do the in-betweens. Well, I'm wondering what kind of weather you're all having. In Spokane, Washington, we're having unseasonably warm weather. In fact, we're expected to be in the high 100 to 110 this weekend, and that just doesn't really happen here very often. So I'm getting a little nervous about it. I'm going to add this just to the bottom. Oh, that's cute. Okay, so we've got that, and I'm going to put my pen top on before I roll right over the top of it and make a mess. And I'm going to add this to the pink layer that I showed you just a minute ago. And we'll put this inside our card. Where I'm sitting right here, I'm looking outside to the beautiful outdoors, and it is pretty stunning here today. And the sun is shining and the birds are out there, and I can watch them jumping around in my lawn, and oh gosh. So as much as I don't like the hot weather, I do have to tell you I do love the beauty in the beautiful sunshine. And probably that's why I chose the colors in this card. This is a thank you card that I want to I don't know, create a lot of fun and interest. So we have two things we need to stamp here. We want to stamp the main flower from the Flowers of Friendship, which is this one, and I'm going to do it in Shaded Spruce, which may seem odd, but I think it works. Making sure I've got it all inked up the way I want. This is a very small piece of paper for the stamp, so I'm going to turn it to its side so I can really eye it. I think I've got it. By George. There we go. And I'm also, as long as I've got my stamp, or my ink out, I'm going to do the thank you. So, and this again is a combination of the cursive and the manuscript, which I already said, one of my faves. I stamped that up, trying to get that flat edge as close as I could, because I'm going to be cutting here, and it helps me when I've got a straight edge. Okay, so I'm going to put that aside for a minute. Now I'm going to use the punch, and this is the paper. And look at it, it's really cool. It's yellow on the back, so it kind of picks up the yellow. And look at the, oh, I just love it. And then my spruce. And I am going to start punching out what I need for this space. And I know that I need 3 of the large flowers, need 3 of the small flowers. So I am just going to line it up. Oops. Try it again. Doesn't matter about the leaves, so I'm not lining that part up. And one more time. Everything I need, at least for the flowers. Let me get rid of that. And all these little pieces, keep my space somewhat clean, just so I can find things in the end. And I'm going to need 1 of the large leaves, and I'm going to need 3 of the smaller leaves. So let's just see what we got here going here. There's my large leaf. And now my small ones are all over here. 1, 2. This is junk. And 3. Okay, and I'm done with that also. I try to, like I say, I just try to keep all these little bits and pieces away. And now I'm going to, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just use my multi-liquid glue and add my leaves to this little piece of paper. Keeping it really simple. So I'm just going to apply a little dab of glue on each one, and I'm done with it. Starting with the big one, which will make it somewhat easier. 1, 2. God darn, this is pretty easy, guys. This is paper piecing at its easiest, thanks to a wonderful punch. And there's 4. Now my flowers are going to be a little bit different, and before I do the flowers, I think it makes sense to go ahead and put this on, because they're going to have dimension, and it's going to get a lot harder to put this piece of paper on. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So I've just added this little piece. I'm going to center it as best I can, although I do have a thank you to put at the bottom, but I think we'll be good here. There we go. So my first thought was to kind of mix up. I want some pink and I want some yellow, so I'm thinking I'm going to mix these up. So I'm going to start out by just using my smallest dimensionals. Now on this big flower, I'm going to use a big dimensional. And I'm going to add this flower, but I want to kind of just bend up these little sides a little bit so it's interesting, and I'm going to kind of alternate it. So there's the top flower, and then I'm going to do a big and a small, and I'm going to kind of switch this one around. This one's going to, because it's a smaller flower, that I'm going to start, I'm just going to use one of my, what I always call my baby little dimensionals. I don't know what we did before. Oh, nice, Nancy. I don't know what we did before we had dimensionals, these little ones, because they're just wonderful. So I can put that one over here. And this one's just going to be a combination. Oh, is that right? Yes, this one's going to be a combination of the two small ones. And I'm going to put this pretty little pink on top because I think it's interesting and cool. Pulls all the colors together. Isn't it funny how we start stamping and we become interior decorators? But it has changed how I view color, there's no doubt about it. All right, so now I've got this going. I'm going to put some daubs of glue down to hold these in place. So it gets a little time to think about it. One, two, and then beautiful. This is so much fun. I love it. All right, I'm coming back because I'm definitely haven't finished with those babies. All right, I can put this aside, and I'm going to put this aside, and now I'm going to work on my greeting. And I want to trim off this greeting because I really want to emphasize the cool differences in the two scripts or the two fonts that are used here. So I am going to trim around. This always makes me so nervous, but it looks so cool when it's done. And for those of you who haven't done it, remember you just move the paper. Don't move your scissors. Just let them just do their job. They know what to do. If you just move it, they always say don't come to the tip of your scissor until you're really done. Woo-hoo. It's going well. We're going to make it. There we go. Get rid of that. So I'm thinking I'm just going to put that right across the spot, but I want to use those small dimensionals again for interest. So let's put those on the back. Take the doodads off. So most of you know that this is day 15 of 15 days doing my little presentations. And when I get done here today, I'm going to tell you what's next for me in all of this goodness. Oh, how about a take a pick tool? I decided that I was going to use the In Color jewels for the centers of the flowers. And I don't know if I'm right or not, but I'm kind of thinking that the space is big enough that it needs way more than one. So I think we'll go for 3 in each of these small flowers. Ooh, I like it. Where'd you go? There we go. And I'm going to use some big ones for that largest flower. There we go. Ooh, I like it, I like it, I like it. Looking at this, do I need anything else? When I'm bending up my little flowers, just one more time, just for fun. If you want, you can roll those with a pencil and they'll even have more variation and they'll be fun. So let's take a look. Here we are. Thank you for everything. And you open it up and it's many thanks from all of us. So that makes it pretty exciting. Just let me see here. There we go. So, you may be wondering, what's next for Fancy Nancy? What's she going to be doing? Excuse me, I'm going to grab a Kleenex. Well, here's what I'm thinking. I have had so much fun coming online with you guys that I think I am going to go to a Tuesday, Thursday format. I'm going to try for 10 o'clock every day, as I have tried. Unfortunately, sometimes things get in the way. And if there is a reason that it's not 10 o'clock, I'll go at 4. And I'll always leave you a message to let you know. Be a different card, different activity. I want to let you know that I'm going to continue with my In Color Club, and you can join at any time. By the second Wednesday of the month, I take orders for that In Color Club. I can tell you that this month it is Evening Evergreen, and the stamp set is going to be Plentiful Plants, I think, yes. And that should be lots and lots of fun. And my online card class, you need to register by the third Wednesday of the month. It ships on the last Friday, tomorrow. And next month, because we're now taking orders for July, next month it will be making cards with the Memories and More card kit. So it's going to be a fun one. So we'll be using hand penned as well as the Memories and More kit. And we make it fun. I want to make sure that you know that you always receive lots of merchandise. So that in the In Color Club, you receive the stamp pad, the re-inker, a pad of paper, and the Stampin' Blends each month, along with 8 cards, a kit that makes 8 cards, 2 each of 4 different designs. It's a great bargain. I ship it for $36 a month, and all of that's in it. If you want to just try 1 month and say, hey, let's see if I like it, it's $40, and I welcome you aboard. With regard to, I said that wrong. Let me back up for a minute. The In Color Club is $43. The online card club is $36, and it's if you would try it for one time, it's $40. And so in that one, you always get $20 to $25 worth of merchandise. You get, and it's fun things that you're going to use to make your cards. You also get everything you need to make 8 cards, 2 each of 4 designs. Now, in both cases, they don't come with the stamp set, but those are add-ons, and I give you a chance to add those at an 18% discount. So I want to make it very affordable for you. And you may already have the stamps, and so you don't need them, or you may say, I have some that I could use in place of it, or you might really want that same stamp set that I use. It's totally up to you. In any case, you can make these cards and have a great time. So I've told you there are 2 stamp clubs online. There is my online videos, which are Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. And we're in the middle of summer shenanigans, so please don't forget that, because I really want to enjoy fun and games and win, and we'll keep you up to date on that. And I think that pretty much sums up where I am with my Fancy Nancy anniversary celebration. It has been more fun than I ever dreamed. It was scary at the first. In fact, I will admit I shed tears, because I was sort of afraid to be doing this and wondered if I could do it at all. But it's turned out that I've made friends, I'm having fun, and I'm looking forward to continuing to do these cards on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So until next Tuesday, I hope you have a really great weekend. I hope you have enjoyable weather, and I hope that you do the things that make your heart sing. In any case, happy trails, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.